One word.
Wagwan, it's your boy Big Truck. Hey, yo, check this out. Shout out to my man Izzy. He got some things to say. I got some things to say. And then the spirit of the universe is going to take us home. So please, without further ado, grab your shoulder pads and your helmet and let's get this work. Hustle and motivate. Yeah.
Oh, goddamn, man. Got no video on this. Goddamn. Fuck.
Black women don't have standards for zaddy. They got standards for black men, but they don't have none. None of that astronomical, super duper expectations, crazy stuff. They don't have that for zaddy. They have it for you. Black men, you gotta jump through hoops. See, black women will tell black men that I'm not gonna settle. So her standards are non-negotiable. They go completely out the window when a white man come along. What standards? He could be anybody. He could be a bum. He could do anything. He could be anything. He could be nothing. And she'll go for it. She'll go for it. She'll pick me for him. That's why she got all them standards.
Shout out to my girl Crimson Ties. She's saying the right things. She's speaking all the right language. And she makes a good, valid point. Let's continue to let the queen speak. Other words, let the queen share.
Standards for you. You're not a man to begin with to the modern hyena. You are a slave to them. Remember, they overseers that identify with zaddy. So you're a slave. So you as black men gotta prove that you can come out of slave status to get to her level or above. Ain't that right, hyenas? Black men gotta prove that he can get out of slave status to be on your level or above. But the reality is, in your mind, the only one above you is massa. And black men will never be William Cartwright. Black men.
And let me just say this. The whole feminist movement was started by white women. Okay? You have black women, they came in and adopted and followed white women in the feminist movement. When you look at it, black women following white women in a movement that didn't pertain to them. So you following something that you had no business following in the first place. Okay, I'm gonna let that sit.
Men gotta spend a ton of money. They gotta be fine. He got to be fine. Okay? Not a little cute. He got to be so fine that you somewhere about to jump out your drawers. But he gotta be entertaining. He gotta be funny. He gotta be charming. He gotta be this. He gotta be that. He gotta take care of your kids, or at least feed them on the first date. If you got, 2, 3 kids, you expect him to take you on an expensive date, and you expect him to pay for food to go so you can feed your kids and your mama. That's at the house.
She is 100% correct. Shout out to our good sister, the Kristen Cure, because she's 100% right. When it comes to standard, it only applies to black men coming from black women. To everybody else, it goes out the window.
But they don't want to talk about that. This is what they hide from. When it comes to the black man, black woman set all these unrealistic standards and expectations and so forth. But when it comes to a white man, all that shit goes out the door. It's a totally different vibe.
Especially white men. Just like our good sister said, the black man must be perfect 10. Not only is a perfect 10, make 6 figures, have this, have that, tall, this, and that. But when it comes to them folks, all that goes out the window. He can be broke as hell. She will foot the bill just to say she's dating a white man. You understand what I'm saying? And I strongly believe all this starts at home. It starts at home with the mother.
Mothers with teenage daughters that are still in high school, stop brainwashing your daughter to believe that these young boys they're dating who are also still in high school and also still being taken care of by their parents are responsible to make sure that your daughter experiences things that you've never exposed her to as her parent. Yeah, you've never paid $400 and $500 for her plate. You've never taken her shopping at any luxury department stores. So how is this a requirement for anybody? That's your duty as a parent to expose your child to what you want them to be exposed.
I would also add social media. Oh, social media. What are we going to do with social media? Didn't they do a number on a large number of black women? Women in general, but mainly black women. Didn't social media do a bad number on them? But see, this is what happens when you sell your soul to the things of this world. Let's continue to feast.
To. Are we using our brains anymore? In high school, the only requirement you should have as a young woman in dating should be if that young man respects himself and respects you, fill him out and see what his goals and visions are for his life. See if he comes from a good family, and most definitely see if he got a good mother. Do you know how golden it is as a young woman to date a man that has a good mother? That's golden. So mothers, there's a lot of things we can tell our daughters to have in place as a requirement when dating in high school, but food and materials shouldn't be it. That's your job. So stop trying to push it off on other people.
It's all about money. It's all about six-figure men.
The devil's having a field day breaking up marriages and stopping relationships from forming into God.
Let me just say this. When we look at the humiliation rituals, when we look at individuals that have sold their soul to the devil, it's quite clear that a large number of women, especially Black women, have sold their soul to the devil, to the things of this world. And we're seeing the repercussions of that. We're seeing how you can sit up there and use Bible scripture to fit your needs. But reality has its way of slapping you in your face and meeting you where you stand.
And y'all are just simply allowing him to do so. He's clever. Y'all know that. So of course he's going to showcase all of these high earning relationships or the relationships that look perfect online. So that way the people who don't make six figures, especially the women, will end up forming these unrealistic expectations and rejecting the man that God has for them. Well, God ain't gonna give me a man who doesn't make six figures because God knows my heart and he knows what I desire and he gives me what my heart desires. That is not the truth. The Bible does say that he'll give you the desires of your heart, but before that, it says take delight in the Lord. Seek what he wants. So at the end, it doesn't matter what you want. You're going to reject who God has for you? Another thing that just blows my mind is that the new standard for love is lifestyle. Here's a little bit of wisdom. Six figures does not equate to six fruit. Just because he makes six figures doesn't mean that he carries the fruit of the Spirit, nor does it mean that his character will allow him to show up to be a godly man for a godly marriage.
Let's rephrase. Let's refrain from even saying he gotta make six figures. He gotta have this. He gotta have that. Let's refrain from that. Let's start saying, ladies, are you carrying good fruit in the season of your life? Or you are carrying bad fruit in the season of your life? It's time to identify the fruit in which you are carrying.
Folks and on the network, you're going to end up rejecting who God actually has for you. Some of y'all really be thinking that y'all can just control the outcome of everything, that y'all speak in a way in regards to the future as if you will have control of what happens 10 or 15 years. You can do everything that you can right now and God can change it. I have heard time and time again women say, I'm in my Ruth era. No, you're not, because Ruth didn't marry Boaz for money. She didn't marry him because he was rich. The question you need to ask is, do they produce what matters in a godly marriage? Rest the conversation. My God.
My brothers and sisters, where was the lie? Where was the lie? Things has gotten so bad. When a Black man tells a Black woman, hey, everything that you're looking from me, I'm also looking from you. If you want consistency from me, I want consistency from you. If you want me to chase you, my dear sister, I want you to chase me as well.
When I hear women say that, when I hear a large number of women speak this rhetoric, first question that I asked is this: be silent. Sometimes the spirit of Yah, the Ruach Kokodesh, Holy Spirit, will have you silence yourself. Just observe, just listen.
If you want me to court you, my dear sister, I want you to show me the same effort I'm putting into trying to date you. I want you to apply the same effort into dating me. You see? Things has gotten so bad when brothers say this to a woman, they see it as a problem.
Do men expect you to chase them at this grown age?
So when you say chase, what can you give me an example?
I've had men within the first conversation, telling me, well, you need to call me back, at this time, or if you don't call me, or you're not texting me on a consistent basis. I'm like, I just met you. I don't have any obligations or anything. We're just getting to know each other.
Now you see how it feels. Now a large number of women are seeing how it feels when the shit is thrown back at them. You got to spend this much money. You got to have this. You got to have that. You have to do this. You have to do that. And now we're seeing this shit being thrown back at them, but they can't take it.
I think there's another aspect to when you are entertaining a person, it's very important for you to be mindful of what you want. Because essentially what he told you is what he wants. And then how you responded was what you want doesn't work for me. So now you know I've ripped. That's not a person that is meant to share space with you. And what's happening is you spend all of this mental energy doing mental gymnastics for a person that is not in alignment with what you desire. And what we cannot do is demonize a person for having the autonomy to use their words and use their voice and vocalize that they expect reciprocity. So,
but they do. They do. They demonize men and come from men. Men are simply displaying what they need from a woman. See, this is the thing. You hear a large number of women say, I don't need no man. I want a man, but I don't need no man. Keep lying to yourself, darling. Keep lying to yourself. Because a real woman, a true woman, will say, I need a man. This is the type of a man that I need versus the type of man that I don't need. Same thing if you flip that DNA around. This is the type of woman I need. This is the type of woman I don't need. Modern women do not like it. It infuriates them when men set boundaries and limitations.
So the issue is when you go into talking to someone, you really don't know what you want. And now you met somebody that knows what they want. And what they've just done is reflected a mirror back to you and showed you that you don't even know why you want a relationship. Ooh. You don't even know what you want out of the relationship. And when you meet a person that does, it triggers you because you haven't done the work. Relationships are vehicles to take you to your next phase of evolution and growth. They are only there to help you fulfill your soul's purpose. But if you're entering these relationships and you're not intentional, you'll get lost in the relationship. You'll lose yourself in the relationship. So it's very important when you're meeting somebody, set your intentions. Start having very intentional conversations. That way you'll know, oh, this is why this person requires this from me.
I mean, God bless that sister. She was dropping jewels. She was spitting fire. Please.
And the funniest thing, now here comes the sad part. A large number of women will hear what she just said, but still stick to their guns. They will shame her for saying what she said. Deep down inside their soul, to the pit of their soul, what she said was right. And it was facts. It's the fact that she said it. Because modern women have been bought, have been programmed that this social media lifestyle, this social media living, this social media talk, I like to call it copy and paste conversations. A woman is just saying something that the last woman done said, and before her, don't know what the hell you talking about. But what she just basically did was put the mirror back at modern women and say, look, this is you. This is your behavior. What men have been saying was right all along. You just didn't want to receive it. So it triggered you.
So please, show me one spot where she lied. You see, this brings us back to what I was saying at the beginning of this video. Sisters, you ladies require the whole kitchen sink from the black man. And when the black man in return tells you, my dear sister, I have no problem giving you everything you want. I have no problem with that. Now, what are you going to give me in return? That becomes a problem. Just simply because the brother asked, I will give you what you want. But what are you going to give me in return?
They have never been put in a place nor a space where they have to answer that type of question. You see? Men don't have a problem with giving. But if all that man keeps doing is meeting women that take, it's going to get old. If I give, you give. Or in a relationship and or marriage, it's a team thing. It's a us thing. We love each other. We treat each other right. We support each other. We provide for each other. It's a us. See, modern women haven't figured that out yet. That's why they're struggling. That's why they're complaining. That's why they're getting real slippery at the lips. But a woman of good character, she gets it. A woman of good sense of humor, she gets it. A woman that have made mistakes in the past, but has looked at herself and took the time to do the work and changed her mindset, she gets it. And that's why those types of women are happy in the relationships. And they're prospering and they're growing and they're learning. Because at the end of it all, we building a legacy. We building a kingdom over here.
Becomes a problem. Forgetting. You black women, you sisters, all of y'all want the same man. Y'all want the same man.
A lot of women, they come on my show, they describe the same guy. They want him to have money, have swag, be attractive, and all of that. Now, I might have 10 of those guys, then I have 3,000 women. So just from that type of guy, there's just not enough to go with every person. Also, the things everybody's saying they want our grandma's love, like she just said, y'all don't know what grandma went through to keep that love. I would be happy by myself, taking care of myself before I tolerate your BS.
Conversation. Paste and copy conversation. Paste and copy conversation. I'm going to say it again. Copy and paste conversation, saying something that the last woman done said and the woman before her said. All y'all saying the same damn thing. You rocking rhymes, but you ain't saying nothing. I hear a lot of talking, but the words don't mean shit.
So I say all that to say, if you really want to be a wife, character is all that matters. Not money, not height. Is this man going to be there for you on your dying bed? If you couldn't walk tomorrow, would he wipe your behind? Those are the only components, and that's how women will run the game again. Because we put out there, you got to be attractive, because you got to have money, those men are acting up, and they acting like a damn fool because they know they got so many women that want them. Just date. Like, you know, people are like, Kendra, I need a man, and the Uber driver dropped him off. Well, was the Uber driver nice? Just go for coffee, girlfriend. It's just coffee. Like, you never know, because that Uber driver might be an Uber driver, but maybe saving to make his own fleet, and maybe you're the sauce that can help him market it. A lot of marriages really are partnerships. Like, we just think the man's the head of the house, but maybe it was the woman's idea, he executed. And a lot of women who are powerhouse, I know she said you don't might want to build a man, and I get that, but you might also have no man to build. Either you can have a no man or invisible man or yourself.